What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Calais. If you're new here, hola. So today I am here in Fort Lauderdale, right? I have this trip, a crazy trip, but I cannot even be mad because I got my freaking dream apartment. I am so excited. Like, y'all don't even understand. I just posted that other vlog literally complaining and being so negative and depressed and all of that stuff about not having my apartment locked down because like I said in that last video, I'm a big warrior. Like, I hope it sounds like right, but I worry a lot. And excuse me, hold on. So when it came to having a place to stay locked down when I moved to Las Vegas, I was stressed. Like I said in the other video, I'm gonna get into what I said and then I'm gonna just go off of that. In that last video, I was talking about how I signed up for 2 apartments. I was on 2 waiting lists. One was what I really wanted. The neighborhood was perfect. The gyms were amazing. They have 2 pools. It is gated. It's by like so many stores and things like that. It has a garage where I can park my car when it's time for me to like go to and from work, because I don't want to park out in the open. I want to be somewhere secluded. It is off the apartments, but it's a garage nonetheless. So that's the one that I really wanted. The second one that was available was further from the airport, but it still had all the amenities that I wanted. It was still gated. It was decently sized, but it was upgraded appliances and things like that. The neighborhood I didn't really know about. Like the other one that I signed up for, I seen that neighborhood. I was there, like I loved everything about it. But yeah, so I was on 2 waiting lists. So what happened was the one that I really wanted called me and they were like, yeah, so there's no apartments available for November. You want me to keep you on the list? Something can come up in December or maybe January. I was immediately defeated because I just knew that I was already approved for the apartment. I just knew that this was where I'm going to be living in November. But I was still like, you know, keeping it optimistic. I'm like, okay, yeah, keep me on the list. Or if anything changes, please let me know. Like I was telling her, like, I don't have to have an upgraded model. I want to stay in this community. So anything that's available in this community, I will take. So she said, okay. The second apartment didn't even call me once, not at all. And my move-in date expectedly was supposed to be November 1st. So I called them and I'm like, yeah, so, you know, this is Calais. I'm on the waiting list. Somebody said that I should definitely have an apartment by November, but nobody's giving me a call. The person on the phone was like, oh, I'm not sure why they told you that because we don't have any open availability until January. Like, and that's when I was kind of upset in the last video because I'm like, so you really just took my application fee and you knew that you weren't gonna have anything available for when I wanted to move in, pretty much is what you're saying. And she's like, well, no, there's always a possibility that someone might move out earlier or like, you know, I don't know. But she's like, no, that's not the case. We could always have something else come up sooner available. So I'm like, okay, whatever, well, leave me on that list too and then we'll figure it out. But after both of these places told me that they did not have anything available until December or the new year, I started to panic because it is October. It's the middle of October and I have to go to Las Vegas in November. So I'm stressed. I'm like, I need to find something that's available right now. Like at this point, I can't wait. Like I need to find an open availability apartment. With doing that, I also had to compromise on the list that I wanted because now I personally did not want to live centrally Vegas. I did not want to be next to the Strip. I didn't want to really honestly be anywhere on Las Vegas Boulevard, just to keep away from that traffic, that craziness that they got going on in there. Just not what I wanted. So I mean, I started to look in Las Vegas and I started to like the actual city of Vegas. And then I started to like, I don't have to have a gated community as long as it's in a decent neighborhood. I started looking at houses, which I really didn't want to get because I'm just terrified to live on my own in a whole nother state. But I was just trying to get something that was available immediately. Long story short is I found this other community and it was nice. It was North Vegas. It was actually in, I want to call it Sunrise Manor. I want to say that's the neighborhood that it was in. And they had something that's available immediately. Like I said in the last video, I have things on my credit that obviously it's not hurting me as far as filling out applications, but it worries me. Like, I like to be 100% sure of things that I'm going to get. So I was nervous about filling out this application because this community, they were like, yeah, it's gonna be a $45 application fee and then a $250 holding fee that you have to pay when you fill out the application, and it is also non-refundable. So now I'm like, oh shoot, like, what if I don't get this apartment and I'm about to drop $300 on this application fee? So I prayed on it for 3 days. I prayed and I'm just like, God, if this is the thing, show me that this is the right choice for me to do before I spend this money on here. Like, give me some kind of sign that you want me to take this leap of faith and see if this is what I'm supposed to do. For 3 days, every day I prayed on it. And I got nothing. And I don't know. I got like no kind of anything, no kind of sign, no yes, no. So I'm just like, all right, well, forget it. And this was yesterday. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take this leap of faith, hoping God bless me after in the choice that I make. And I applied for the apartment. And this was yesterday. I filled out the application, everything like that. The lady called me for that apartment, and she was like, we just got to go over this and this. Send me your ID, send me your picture of your ID or your pay stubs and things like that. I sent it. While I'm on the phone with her, my number one choice called. I didn't answer the phone because I'm already on the phone with another apartment complex, something that can get me. They literally have an apartment available today, and that apartment is upgraded completely. What else? It's upgraded completely. It's on the second floor, and it is the size that I want. And it's still a 1-bedroom, but it's a pretty decently sized 1-bedroom. It has a washer, dryer, all of that stuff. Only thing is, it's Northern Vegas or Sunrise Manor, and in the reviews on Google, it was a year ago, but it still happened. A lady posted that somebody broke into her apartment and nobody assisted her as far as the apartment complex. Now she don't feel safe there. She had to leave. People were saying how this management company was taking money from them, things like that. But I'm always like, God got me. He gonna look out for me. I ain't gonna have these issues. So I still put in an application. Once I hang up with her, I listen to my voicemail. It is them. It is my number one choice. Now, granted, this is not a updated model of the apartment, but even the classic basic model is amazing. It's white cabinets. It's a brown linoleum countertop, which I'm gonna get marble contact paper anyways and cover that right on up and make it marble countertops with white counters. And what I'm excited about is I actually wanted to do a boho cream, light beige, white like environment anyways to make it feel airy and bigger anyways. So I feel like the lighter countertops go so much better than a dark wood would have in the first place. So I called this lady back. And also, I didn't tell y'all, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but I also didn't tell y'all, when I spoke to someone else last month, the person that was on the phone with me about the waiting list, she told me, because I'm like, I really want to stay under $1,300. Like, where I stay now, I pay $900 month to month for a 2-bedroom apartment. I want to stay under $1,300 for a 1-bedroom apartment in Las Vegas. I mean, it's good for West Coast, but for East Coast, that's expensive as heck. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I'll take it, but I want to stay under $1,300. She was like, well, we only got one model that's under $1,300 now because the other two, the prices actually just went up this month. So now they're like $1,350. So I'm like, okay, well, I really want to be in this community. I love everything about this community. Give me the smallest model for the $1,200 or whatever. And she said, okay. Then they called me It's the one that I actually showed y'all in one of the previous videos. So if you watch my actual vlogs, it's that one I showed y'all. Besides, it's white counters and a weird linoleum countertop that I'm going to be changing. But that is the one that I'm getting, and I do have to wait till December 7th, but I already had in my mind that I'm willing to commute for 1 month to see to get something I really want. This community was something I really want. So now I have spent $300 on an apartment complex that I am not gonna move into. But I feel like it is my lesson, because it's crazy that I got no kind of sign or word from God to tell me to fill out this application, and I did it anyways because I was impatient. Like, us as humans, period, are very impatient beings. So we want to make sure everything's done on our timeline and correctly, or what we want it to be. And that's something that I personally clearly have to work on, because like, I would still have this money in my pocket today if I just waited 3 more hours that day. 3 more hours that day, I would have this money and I would still have the dream apartment that I wanted. Like, I cannot believe that I have my apartment. And y'all, when I heard the voicemail, I was on the freeway. You should have seen me jumping around in that seat. I was being safe, but I was so happy, like so happy for what I had, because this was the dream. Like, this was literally the apartment that I wanted, the #1 apartment. They had everything on my list that I wanted, and it has the washer, dryer, everything. It's perfect, and I cannot wait. I haven't even seen the apartment that it is, but I know it's gonna be perfect. And I know, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like that God was just like, I told you, just wait on me. Like, I never told you to fill out the application in the first place. And now what you wanted is what you have. If you just would have waited a little bit longer, you would have saved some money in the process. But I honestly don't care. My mama hate when I say I don't care about the money that's lost, because it's important, but money will never be a important thing to me. Personally experienced this, the people in my life and things that I do are way more important than the money that I'll ever make. Like, so I'd be like, yeah, I mean, it's okay, I don't really need that money back. And she'd be like, don't say that. And I'm like, all right, chill out, it's okay. But that's all I really wanted to come on here and say, is I got the apartment. I'm so happy. I move in December 7th. This also gives me time to save. And I'm gonna start getting furniture ready, because literally when I move down there, I want everything to start coming that same week. My mom said she's gonna come down there and stay with me for 2 weeks as we get everything put in and put together. I already know the kind of aesthetic I want, since I know the apartment that I'm getting. I am geeked. Get ready for the freaking content for decorating and DIYs and all of that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. I just had to come and tell y'all, and peace out. Oh, but also the next 2 videos are going to be kind of like sit down, because I left my laptop at home. I'm not able to edit or post anything, so it might be like, it'll be 2 sit down videos, but it's also going to go back to 2 days before this, because I have already pre-recorded content that I still have to post. I mean, I guess this is kind of just getting me ready for, or putting me up in advance for future content. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.